We've cash collected £9,100 in revenue this week and generated an additional £5,000 to £10,000 of recurring revenue, all within the first week of January, simply by using Instagram stories. Like, what we're doing is so not complicated. Literally anyone can do it. And in this video, I'm going to explain the exact strategy that we used to firstly build the social media profile that we're selling these services from, and convince the people who are watching our content that we are in a position to transform their business, their life, their fitness, or whatever your niche is with our product and service. And we do that through the inverse lead generation system that we've got going on here. So without further ado, I'm going to go over exactly what it is that we do. Now, what I want to do is I want to explain what this infinite wave of attention is here. So to see this infinite wave of attention, this represents people who are using social media. You, me, anyone who's scrolling social media represents the infinite wave of attention. Now, every time you scroll your phone and you stop to watch someone's video on a For You page, you stop to watch that video because they've captivated your attention with something. Okay, they've captivated your attention with something. Now, that means that that post in some way was targeted towards you. All right, or it's really pissed you off. But in most cases, it was targeted towards you. So you only need to make social media posts that are targeted towards the people who are optimized to buy your products and services. Other followers are a waste of time. You see, other followers are like these thin strands here. They are just going to scroll on by. No matter what you do, no matter how strong your engagement-based content is, if people are not qualified to engage with your content, they won't. So why waste content trying to engage people who are never going to come into the sales funnel anyway? Why waste the time? Okay, what we want to be doing is spending time focusing on these people, these qualified people. So what we want to do is we want to stop these people and bring them into our funnel. And we do that by making really high percentage engagement-based content. Okay, now engagement-based content does not equal a lack of integrity. You see, some people, they have this thing and they think like, in order for me to make engagement-based content that gets out of my algorithm, I'm going to have to like start dancing around and twerking on TikTok. And listen, I've said this time and time again, engagement is not equal to lack of value. You see, you actually bring qualified people into your funnel by making engagement-based content that is really high value. That high value content brings the right type of people in your funnel, so you increase the percentage of people who move through your funnel to the conversion based content. Now pay attention to what I'm saying. Okay, you need to make engagement-based content to pull people out of the infinite scroll and onto your page. This is content that reorganizes information in an engaging way and gets people to take an action. It gets them to like, follow, save, comment, whatever it may be. You need to bring them into your funnel. And when you bring them into your funnel, you're stacking attention. All right? Stacking attention. Now, stacking attention is a 6-fig skill set. Holding attention, 7-fig. 7-figure skill set. If you can get attention, that's fantastic. You can peddle products and services, you can get brand deals, you can do all that crap. Yeah, we aren't interested in that. We are interested in bringing as high a percentage of followers through the funnel into our conversion-based content as possible, because we want to sell to people. Now, how do you do that? Well, once you've brought new followers onto your page, you have to do something with them. So what we do is we smash the value-driven content. Value-driven content is content that you produce that positions yourself as an authority and an answer to your clients' issues. Okay, you only continuously watch content that you enjoy, and you enjoy content that talks to you or provides you with value. Yeah, we're not in the entertainment business, we're in the business. Yeah, we're trying to leverage social media and use Instagram as a tool to prove to our target audience that we've pulled out of an infinite scroll and into our funnel, that we're in a position to provide value to them. I'm going to show you exactly how we do that very shortly, so I do want you to continue watching along. Okay, from there, it's up to us to then make the copywriting so compelling and the narrative so strong of the conversion-based content and our offer so tight that we get the highest percentage people possible that have come through the conversion funnel, all right, through the sales funnel and the engagement funnel and into the conversion-based content funnel. Once you make that conversion-based content that encourages people to apply to work with you, or you DM them and you reach out to them and you nurture them, which we're going to discuss in a second, you then increase the amount of people who you get into your sales funnel. And then guess what happens? You increase the amount of people who then come into your sales process. All right. And if your sales calls are tight and your show rates and your close rates are tight, our close rates are actually up at about 75% at the moment, which some business mentors will tell us to increase our prices over, but we aren't going to do that. The reason our close rates are so high is because this system is fucking watertight. Yeah. This system is fucking watertight. I'll reiterate that. Yeah. Twice as nice. We can just flood people through here. We have such good value to show people because look at the value that I'm giving you now. Yeah, look at the social proof that I'm showing you. 9,100 from the 1st of Jan to today. Look, the date is 8th of January. Okay, today we've done £4,500 in cash collected. We're going to hit 40, 50k this month in revenue generated from doing exactly what I'm showing you. I'm not a genius. I'm not smarter than you. And hey, we're not even making a lot of money in this niche. We've got 21-year-olds telling us to get our shit together. Yeah, we're 24. This is an untapped gold mine of potential for you if you can just apply the lessons I'm teaching you in this video. So, well, what is this triangle? I'm sure this might have caught your attention. This is the lead generation triangle. The lead generation triangle is inversely related to the engagement-based content channel. You see, when your engagement-based content is at its best, your lead generation is at its lowest level of importance. The people who are only at this level of your funnel, they only get 10% of your attention because they haven't yet been convinced of the value that you have, that you're positioning your service as the go-to. They aren't yet convinced of that. So they haven't moved down to a position where they feel like they know, like, and trust and value enough to come into your sales funnel. So what do? We just continue to allow the content to do the work, to push people down to where they are a little bit more significant. You see, now when they're in the value-based funnel or in the value-driven content part of the funnel, now the necessity for more attention to be paid to that individual person is higher and higher. This is going to look like reaching out to them, messaging them. This is going to look like asking them if they want any free resources that you've produced. This is going to look like asking to solve their problems in the DMs so you can position yourself as value. And then guess what? When you have people who are consistently engaging with your value-driven content, and when you have people who are engaged with the conversion-based content, which are the conversion mechanisms that I'm going to show you here, that's when they need a load of attention. This is where you put most of your attention. And guess what? Because you're consistently putting most of your attention here and your content is so strong at moving people down the funnel, you only have to put your attention here. You don't have to look upwards and try and message and try and reach out to thousands of your followers or hundreds of your followers and do massive amounts of outreach. While massive amounts of outreach works, you need to do targeted outreach to people who you've nurtured through your high quality content. And that's it, people. I swear to God, that's what you do. You make really high quality content, you stick with the fucking process until it pays off, and then when it pays off and you build up a funnel size, you make your conversion based content, keep track of who's engaging with it and pay attention to them. Yeah, we have 70,000 followers and we send personalized Loom videos, okay, to our followers. Guess why we do that? All right, now if I can actually just zoom in here, we send a personalized Loom video to our follower. Yeah, hope you get value from this. See, he was opening this expecting this just to be some pre-recorded video. Kenny was talking directly to him. How did you find it, Nick? I haven't had time to watch it yet. No problem, looking forward to him. He said that because he thought, oh, here's another social media coach punting me some pre-recorded video. You sold me. Now can teach you how to do the same. Really appreciate that video. Cash collected. 3K. Cash collected. Simply by giving a fuck and focusing our attention in the right area. Okay, so what do those conversion-based mechanisms that I'm talking about look like? Well, you see, when you're making conversion-based content, not all of that content needs to be, I have 5 slots open for coaching, DM to applying that. No, that's washed. Yeah, that will work and you will pick up some people provided your engagement-based content's good enough and you can provide a nurturing value to the people who've been moving down that funnel. But you increase the percentage of this conversion-based content by making it as engaging as possible. And here's what we do to do that. We leverage the part of your Instagram where your active followers are engaged the most, your stories. So let's go through some of these stories. All right, this is a social proof story. This is me, okay? This is a social proof story. So let's read it. I was 18 in this photo. This was 6 years ago. Arguably in slightly better shape than I am now. Definitely more lean. I didn't look like this at 18 because of genetics. I looked like this at 18 because I was obsessed with training. And that obsession with training is why I look like this now. I'm selling the next fucking slide. So people who are automatically resonating interest with this and going, damn, he was shredded at 18 and better looking and with a more box fresh hairline. I'm going to ask if Kenny can buy me a new hairline for my birthday. I think he'll do that for me. I think we're doing well enough now, and I'm fucked, really, let's be honest, right? So people are going to be interested by the fact that I look like that at 18 and they're thinking, this guy knows what he's talking about. So I'm establishing social proof. I'm building a strong story, all right? Building the strong story that what only speaks to the people that matter. Yeah? So I sell them onto the next slide. Mid-cut, mid-bulk. Fluffy now, but still in shape. Why? Obsession. Obsession has caused me to explore every training modality under the sun. Social proof. Authority. Excellence. This all makes sense in a second. I've tried every diet and seen success with everything. From my trials, I put together my own strategy that led not just to results like this with me, but also to results like this with my clients. What am I doing? Selling the next slide. And then guess what happens when they come on to the next slide? Insane fucking value. Insanely strong social proof. I'm looking to increase the percentage of people who go from this slide to here, which is where I pitch. Right? This is what you call proof of concept. I paid in blood, sweat and tears to acquire the expertise that I have now to deliver results like these. Shout out Adam Hashem, best client I've ever had. Just left my service because he no longer fucking needs me. He's a G, yeah? And all you have to do is pay me. What would amount to the equivalent of a cup of coffee and a pastry per day to flatten the learning curve that I had to suffer? I want you to take in that copyright, yeah? This is not just random words that I've jumbled together. I'm creating a compelling narrative around my service and what it does for people. And I'm selling the why and the who of working with me. Okay, now, what I want to do is I need to get people from there to here, as I already said. So, as the new year's rolls in, ask yourself, can I really afford not to get results like these? And can I really afford to try and figure this out myself? If the answer is no to both of these, then DM me the word go and I'll give you first month away half price. Time is ticking, people. This offer is only available till the clock strikes midnight tonight, and make your last decision of the year your best one. You're sold. I know you're sold. I know you're sold listening to this. This is how you make money, people. Okay, now we've got some other examples here. Yeah, this is the Flipping Property Couple. This is again another social proof one, but it's story based. This is from Kenny's page. I took an Instagram page from this to this in 6 months. Social proof, interest. They're thinking, how the fuck did he do that without spending a penny on ads? Raising interest. Yeah. We also turn that engagement into a 5-figure per month coaching business. And I've already shown you social proof for that. We'll be doing more than that, yeah, soon, hopefully, God willing, yeah. We're going to show you how to do this too. We use the high growth content strategies and techniques to grab and hold attention, and we use an engaging storyline to build a strong community and take that community on a journey with us. We showed our skill of creating content and building large followings throughout this process. Creating content is so simple that anyone can do it once they're taught how. All right. Now, what are we doing here? We are creating familiarity with the people who we are trying to speak to. The people who are paying attention to this, the people who are qualified to read the next slide. And the people who are qualified to read the next slide are the people who are qualified to engage with us. All right. If you're a coach, consultant, or selling any service about social media, then you know how difficult the content grind is. Familiarity. Understanding. This is all going to make sense very shortly, right? You don't want to waste time and money on strategies that don't work, so you end up doing nothing. I want you to forget everything you think you know and just focus on one thing. Selling the next slide. Stop making white noise content that looks the same as the next piece of content your ideal client will scroll past, and start making content that talks directly to your ideal client. If you feel like you're making white noise content and want our help turn your Instagram page from a time-wasting burden into a lead-generating machine, DM socials to find out. This is the content that we make and really think about, yes, that focuses on this portion of the lead generation funnel and this portion of the content funnel. See, we look at this triangle here, okay? Now, we want to increase as much as possible the amount of people who come down this funnel. We want to maximize our percentages here, and we can do that from reverse engineering and figuring that out. These are our processes that we use to get people to say things like this. And guess what? We get 240 fucking opt-ins every time. Well, not every time, that's a bit of a lie. But this is our best one. We get between 100 and 200 usually opt-ins every time we post a lead magnet. Now, see, this lead magnet, not to work with us. But what did this give us? This gave us 240 people to add to the engagement and attention part of the lead gen pyramid. So this is how we've sifted from our followers, okay, who was sitting here. They were here. We now know who is here. And because we know who is there, we know who we need to pay attention to. And when we know who to pay attention to, we know who to get reactions like this from. And when we know who to get reactions like this from, we know how to have weeks like this, where we make £9,100. I'm going to make a part 2 to this video, because the only people who are going to watch part 2 of this video are the people who are qualified to do it. And I'm going to show you in that video the exact process that we use, okay, to take people from a follower to a paid client. This process over here, this process of Exchange Catalyst and highly engaging content is a process that Kenny himself has fucking come up with, and I have come up with the Exchange Catalyst, and he has come up with the highly engaging content. This will change your life. But if you want to see it, you have to watch the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.